Hi duelists, it is I3 Hellgear, and I want to talk a little bit more about archetypes and legendary duelists too. In the last video, I talked about the ancient gear support that is going to be coming in this set, which we'll get here in English February 23rd, 2018. But I'm going to talk about the other archetype, which has a lot of my interests, and that is the Crystal Beast archetype. Now, to those of you who are new duelists, let me explain. The Crystal Beast monsters are an archetype set used by Jesse Anderson in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime. The Crystal Beasts are regular monsters that, if they are destroyed, they don't go to the graveyard off the bat. You have the option to place them face up in the backfield where they act as continuous spells. But anyway, their deck is getting a lot more support. And the last bit of support they had was from Secrets of Eternity, where the Japanese version of this gave us pendulum monsters focusing around them. Of course, the card game didn't give it to us in English. We got Malebranches of the Burning Abyss. But I won't rant about that one in this video. Let's talk about the extra Crystal Beast support that we're going to be grabbing. So first off, we have Crystal Bonds. Now, some of the erratas on these cards didn't make sense in the Japanese wording, so I've simplified how they sound. But anyway, Crystal Bonds, you can only activate one per turn. Select two Crystal Beast monsters with different names from your deck. Add one of them to your hand, then place the other face up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. Again, that's exactly how the Crystal Beasts are geared to work. That is their engine. Have them in the backfield so you can harness the other cards and then pull out the boss monster, one Rainbow Dragon. This is a common version of the Rainbow Dragon, just so everybody is aware. And I'll talk about, if you're missing a few pieces, where you can find the other members of this family. Honestly, I can see duelists putting two of these in their decks. So, and you know, it makes sense because this is a really good card. And I love the artwork. You got Jesse right here sitting down and he's petting Ruby Carbuncle. But anyway, let's move on. This is the other spell. It's called Rainbow Bridge, and it looks like one of the other spells that is from the anime and the manga. But anyway, what this spell does is it lets you add a crystal spell or trap from your deck to your hand, except Violet Crystal and Crystal Counter. And I want to talk about Violet Crystal for a moment. Contrary to Crystal Counter, which works with the Crystal Beast deck, Violet Crystal is an equipped spell that gives 300 extra attack to the zombie monster it's equipped to. So, in a Crystal Beast deck, you're not really going to use it. And Crystal Counter is a really good trap card. And I'll talk a little bit about that later on. But you can't pull that trap from your deck. You do have other options though, like Crystal Raigeki or Crystal Pear, or depending on the part of the world you live in, it's called Crystal Set. But you can pull those two, and then there's one other trap that you can pull. But I'll get to that a little bit later. Honestly, this is a really good card to have. You know, you can't pull it to your hand by means of Crystal Bonds, but it's a really good card. You're probably going to want two of these in your Crystal Beast deck if you're running them. You know, or if you did run them and you're like, man, if I had this card back in the days, it would be great. Now the next one, this is the bad boss of the archetype. This is their fusion. 4,000 attack, 0 defense. Essentially, the name is kind of an iffy thing because in Japan, the Rainbow Dragons are known as the ultimate gem god Rainbow Dragon, regular and dark. And people have been talking about what to name this card. You know, the obvious name, and I'll just show you right here. It says Rainbow Overdragon. This is the name that everybody is hoping that it will be called in English. Some people think they should call it, you know, Over the Rainbow Dragon, which I get it. It makes sense because it's over the rainbow and a rainbow dragon. I get it. Most of them wanted to be called Rainbow Overdragon. I personally am part of the group that wishes to call this guy the Ultimate Rainbow Dragon, because Ultimate Rainbow Dragon sounds cool, especially with that the gear golems. But anyway, I had to simplify this one up because they talked about the Ultimate Gem God archetype, which considers this fusion, and then you have the Rainbow Dragon and Rainbow Dark Dragon. But anyway, it's a fusion of two things. The main thing is 7 Crystal Beast monsters. And let's slow it down for a minute before I get into the other one. Unlike Rainbow Dragon, where you need 7 Crystal Beast monsters with different names, this card doesn't say 7 Crystal Beast monsters with different names. It says 7 Crystal Beast monsters, which means you can throw duplicate Crystal Beasts into this fusion if you wanted to, instead of one of each. The other way you can fusion summon it is if you have a Rainbow Dragon or Rainbow Dark Dragon you control that is level 10, and you just tribute it. You don't even use polymerization. Think of how you would tribute Cyber Dragon Nova to Exceed Summon Cyber Dragon Infinity. Same deal. So if you can pull Rainbow Dragon or Dark Rainbow Dragon out, you can just tribute it and go into the fusion summon for this if you don't have the 7 Crystal Beasts. Once per turn, and this is a really interesting thing because it says that is level 10, and every version of the Rainbow Dragon is 10 stars, so if it's lower in level, you can't use it. If its level changes, you know, and there are cards that change levels. Once per turn, you can banish a Crystal Beast monster from your graveyard. This card gains attack equal to the banished monster's attack until the end of the turn. So, for example, if you were to banish Sapphire Pegasus, and this is my secret rare version of Sapphire Pegasus I pulled for the 10 all those years ago. If you banish this in your graveyard, it's 1800 attack points. Boost up the Rainbow Overdragon for the turn. Unlike Rainbow Dark Dragon, if you just banish a Crystal Beast, you only get 500 attack points. Or if you send a Crystal Beast you control to the graveyard with the regular Rainbow Dragon, you just get 1000 attack each. So that one turn boost can help you out, especially against some of the more powerful things out there. And then there's this quick effect. You can tribute this fusion summon card, shuffle all cards on the deck, or on the field, into the deck. Essentially, it has the textbook Rainbow Dragon reset. My only bummer about this is, even though it's an upgraded Rainbow Dragon, it's still only 4,000 attack points. You know, you would expect this to be even a little bit stronger because, again, all the Rainbow Dragons are 4,000 attack points. The Crystal Beast deck is one of 3 decks where they have monsters with a base of 3,000 attack in them that are 3 different monsters in their decks. The other 2, of course, are the Ancient Gear deck and the Blue Eyes deck. Well, what's the other monster that's 3,000 in the Blue Eyes deck? It's just the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Well, it's the Blue Eyes White Dragon, the alternative Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. But enough about Blue Eyes. Let's get into the last card for the Crystal Beast support. And that is this trap card, Ultimate Crystal Formation. You can pull this with the Rainbow Bridge. Look at the art on this thing. That just looks wild. It's really awesome. Kind of a dark deal like Advanced Dark is. I'd pull out my advanced dark card, but I don't want to search for it. Again, the text is very small, but it's been simplified simply because it likes to target the ultimate gem god archetype, which that's only Japan exclusive. When your Crystal Beast monster is destroyed by battle, send 7 Crystal Beast cards with different names from your hand, deck, and or face up from your field to the graveyard. Special summon Rainbow Dragon Fusion monster from your extra deck. This guy. And it's treated as a fusion summon. So essentially, Ultimate Crystal Formation helps you pull out the fusion. It's a quick deal. And all you have to do is let one get smacked in battle. And you essentially triggered the fusion. You got all of them out, and it's time to raise the curtain and cue the fat lady to tell her to sing. Now, the other part. If a face-up Rainbow Dragon, except Malefic Rainbow Dragon, leaves your monster zone because of an opponent's card effect and is still in your possession, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Place any number of Crystal Beast monsters from your graveyard in your spell and trap zone, face up as continuous spells. That is my simplified version of this card. The Japanese version talks about, again, the Ultimate Crystal Beast cards, the Ultimate Gem Gods, and then Rainbow Dragon and Rainbow Dark Dragon. So essentially I worded it so that it includes the fusion of this archetype, which in the original Japanese text, it does include the fusion. And then it lists the other 2 Rainbow Dragons. Now, the thing that I find interesting on how I worded this is that this new support does not work with the Malefic Rainbow Dragon, or Sin Rainbow Dragon, as I love its original name. And even though it's not part of the Crystal God archetype, it's still a Rainbow Dragon, which, in my opinion, they should have given more love to. Maybe when they work the Japanese errata out into English, it might include the Malefic Rainbow Dragon. But if it was up to me, if Kazuki Takahashi came to me and said, okay, look, I need you to simplify Ultimate Crystal Formation for the English Duelist 3 Hellgear, what do you got? This is what I have. So essentially, it works with Rainbow Overdragon, Rainbow Dragon, Rainbow Dark Dragon, which is why I have the words Rainbow Dragon in quotes. It specifically states those 3 cards, which in the Japanese version, it essentially does state these cards because they talk about the Ultimate Crystal God, which is supposed to be the Japanese name for Rainbow Overdragon, which, again, it translates to Ultimate Gem God Rainbow Overdragon. Now, these are the 4 cards that you're going to get in the set that are new, but they're also giving you other cards that come with it. Again, you're getting a Rainbow Dragon. That's going to be coming in the set, so that's an older card. They're giving you Crystal Release. Now, this is my common version of Crystal Release that I have. Not all that great. In Jesse's Duelist pack, this was a super rare card. And I'll be honest with you, if you're missing Crystal Beast cards, Jesse's Duelist pack is one of the 2 places where you can find them. And finding Jesse's Duelist pack boosters is a bit of a hard swing. So, it's also where you find Crystal Counter, this ultra rare trap card. That's where Crystal Counter comes from. You'll only find it in Jesse's Duelist pack. So, you may have to goose hunt for those. Otherwise, I suggest you get the Raw Yellow Mega Packs. The Raw Yellow Mega Packs can get you just about every version of the Crystal Beast card support, you know. Especially Sapphire Pegasus, which I just showed you, which also comes as a common, as does Ruby Carbuncle. This particular Ruby Carbuncle is a super rare that comes from the Raw Yellow Mega Pack. You know, the Crystal Beasts themselves act as super rares. Actually, almost all of their cards are super rare in the Raw Yellow Mega Pack, except for Crystal Release. Crystal Release is a common. The Rainbow Dragons, regular and dark, are common. But all the other crystal stuff in there that you want is either super rare or common. Crystal Tree is another example of the other cards. And this is the super rare card from Jesse's Duelist Pack. It comes as a common in Raw Yellow Mega Pack. So again, if you're missing a few cards in English, because every English duelist is missing the Pendulum monsters because they were not released in English, unfortunately. Thank you, Mela Branches of the Burning Abyss. But if you're missing any Crystal Beast support or members of the family, your best bet is to track down some Raw Yellow Mega Pack boosters. And you'll get a lot of stuff in there. You'll get 6 Samurais, which, if you're missing 6 Samurai monsters, that you can get the 6 Samurais in there, because that's one of the key monsters in the Spirit Warrior set that's out now. It's primarily 6 Samurai. You'll get some E-Hero stuff, some D-Hero stuff, the Cyber Dragon, regular and alternate art. But yes, it's where you'll go for your Crystal Beast stuff. Search for that. Search for the Raw Yellow Mega Pack. Now, as far as Ultimate Crystal Formation goes, and I'm going to go back to this trap, I'll be real with you, 1 per deck. No one's going to have more than 1 of these per deck, especially with all the Crystal Beast trap support out there. You know, if duelists can find a crystal counter, they'll probably add it to their decks if they haven't already. You know, again, you have Ultimate Crystal Formation, you have Crystal Pair / Set, you have Crystal Raigeki. Those are the traps that you can pull with the Rainbow Bridge. And then you've got Tree Release, Bonds, all the other crystal spell cards that you can pull with this card, except for the field spells and rare value. So you have a good assortment of Crystal Beast cards, which I'm glad this stuff came in. If I'm real with you, I'm glad, because Jesse Anderson, when the first Legendary Duelists came out, we got some more stuff from the Chaz and Zane and Cyrus. You know, Jesse, he's finally going to have his get back, because almost every duelist from GX has had some kind of a boost big time with the cards from 2017. Except for Jesse, and he had one of the most powerful decks. But in any case, what do you guys think of the new support for the Crystal Beasts? Let me know in the comment section below. Does this pipe your interest in pulling out your old Crystal Beast decks? Will you, if you've never had a Crystal Beast deck, does it feel like letting you build a Crystal Beast deck? Oh, Jesus, I can English. I really can. So, just to recap. Will you new duelists have interest in getting a Crystal Beast deck built for play? Are all of you old duelists who used to run Crystal Beasts excited for the more support to the point where you revive your old Crystal Beast decks like I will? Are you thinking, Crystal Beasts are a thing of the past, they've faded into obscurity and this won't help them? Let me know what your opinions are in the comments section below. February 23rd, 2018 is when Legendary Duelists 2 hits English translated shores. So be ready. There's a lot of good stuff coming from Crowler and Jesse out of here, as well as some old school dueling straps. I won't talk about those because you've already heard. I just wanted to get this recap of the 2 archetypes that pique my interest. But that's all I'm going to say for now. Let me put these cards back in the box because I'm done. I'll be waiting for your comments and thoughts in the comment section below. Bye-bye.